Hello and welcome to this Walgreens Positivity Update video for Saturday, December 3rd, 2022. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the national positivity on Walgreens, and we're going to take a look at the positivity through many of the states. First of all, starting off with the national positivity, you will see that there is currently a positivity rate of 35.9%. The previous week positivity was 33.3%. That's a difference of 2.7%, so it is up 2.7%. And if you look at the chart here, ever since about mid to late October, it started going up. Then mid-November, it really started going up. And here's what's even more concerning. If you take a look at the total tests for this week, we're at 50,759. Okay, that's a good thing. The prior week, it was 36,143. It's good to see more people getting tested. But, unfortunately, only more people are getting tested when they feel that they're positive or they had exposure. And overall, even with more people getting tested, as you see here, the positivity is continuing to rise. All right, let's start off with the Northeast and make our way southwest. Maine, 33.8% positive. That's up by 4.4%. Slightly less testing. New Hampshire, 38.4% positive. That's up by 8.8%. Slightly more testing. Vermont, 42.4%. The prior week was 15.2%. That's a difference of 27.3%. There is a rapid rise going on in Vermont, and testing is flat. 33 previous week, 33 this week. Massachusetts, 39.2%. That's a difference of 11.8%. That's a big increase. Total testing, 355 this week, 281 the previous week. New York State, wow. New York State, 34.7%. This week, the previous week was 29.9%. That's a difference of 4.8%, but look at the testing. 1,558 people tested this week, 1,061 the previous week. So there's a big increase in testing. Rhode Island, 31.5%. That's a difference of 8.4%. So that's an increase. Testing's also up, 375 this week, 264 the previous week. How about Connecticut? Connecticut, 36.3% positivity this week, 25.2% last week. That's a difference of 11.1%. Pennsylvania, 29.6% this week, 28.3% the previous week, and there is an increase in testing. 571 people got tested this week, 410 got tested last week. New Jersey, 33.7% this week, 32.3% last week. That's a difference of 1.4%. And there is an increase in testing. 1,894 tested this week, 1,410 tested the previous week. West Virginia, 34.2% this week, 25.8% last week. That's a difference of 8.4%. And testing has increased it there. 114 this week, 93 last week. Virginia, 32.1% this week, 25.1% last week. That's an increase of 7%. How about North Carolina? 30.7% this week, 25.7% last week. That's an increase of 5%. And testing's up by about 500 to 1,734 this week. Tennessee, 35.9% this week, 26.2% last week, 9.6% increase, and testing is up to 1,205. Previous week was 801. Arkansas, 32.7% last week, and 21.1% this week. That's an increase of 11.6%. Louisiana, 31.9% this week, 25.8% last week. That's an increase of 6.1%. Alabama, 33% this week, 25.2% last week, 7.8% increase with an increase in testing. South Carolina, 34.8% this week, 25.6% last week. That's an increase of 9.2%. And current week's testing is at 641. Previous week was at 379. Florida, Florida's seen a slight increase, 31.8% this week, 30.4% last week, difference of 1.4%. However, take a look at total tests. 4,141 people tested this week, 2,821 tested last week. Big increase in testing in Florida. Texas, 37% positivity this week. Prior week, 33%, difference of 3.9%. And testing in Texas has gone way up. 6,385 people tested this week, 3,881 last week. So that's a major increase. And also take note of the chart here. Texas positivity since the end of October has rapidly been going up, and it continues to go up. California, 45.9% positive this week, 40% last week, 5.9% difference. There is an increase in testing, 3,239 people tested this week versus 2,381 last week. And look at the chart, rapidly going up. Let's take a look at the Northwest. Washington, positivity, 34.7%. Previous week, 29.4%. That's a difference of 5.3%. 770 people tested this week, 5,832 people tested last week. Oregon, 32.1% this week, 33.6% last week. That's actually down by 1.6%. All right, how about Alaska? Alaska is 28.6%, and that is up by 6.6% with the previous week being at 22%. Testing is relatively flat. Hawaii, 34.1%. That is up by 14.1%. But take note here of the chart. Hawaii tends to go up and down a lot, up and down a lot. But right now, they are rapidly going up. Total tests, 44. Previous week, 35. Let's take a look at some of the Great Lakes regions. Minnesota, 30.5%. That's up by 2.3%. Wisconsin, 32%. That's up by 0.1%. Michigan, 36.1%. That's up by 4.5%. And there is an increase in testing. Illinois has a big increase in testing with this week 36.8% positivity. Prior week was 33.1%. Total tests 5,112 this week, 3,782 last week. And we'll end with Ohio. Ohio 32.9% this week. That's up by 1.7%. All right, thanks for watching this week's Walgreens Positivity Update video. We'll do another one of these at some point next week. Stay safe, everyone, and remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.